Hello, I'm Rick and you're watching Gonagain. Hey, if you're looking for a really great power station, either for your RV or for your home for backup power, this is a really good one from OUPES, and it does everything they say that it'll do, and it's at a great price. I'm very careful what items I review or what items I promote on this channel. They've got to be proven before I accept them. I check very carefully, but Opus is one that I've been working with for years. It's a great company. I started reviewing their products back with the 600 watt hour power unit, the little one, and then I did the 1,000 watt power unit, and then I did the 1,400 watt power unit. That's called the OPES 1800, but it's that one is rated at 1800 watts from the 110 outlets, 1,400 watt hours of battery power. That one became our favorite one for taking along on all of our trips. I've never had any problem with the OPES power units that I have. Now this one they sent to me about 3 months ago, and I was using it, well, it's wintertime in Montana, as you can see, although today's a really nice day. But I've been using this one in my home for the last 3 months, running microwave, toaster oven, my household refrigerator, plugging those things in, running the battery down, charging it back up again, and it does everything they say it will. Just exactly as you see their advertising online, it does that exactly. So let's get into the details on this one. It's got some great features, including one feature that I like a lot. So this is the OUPES Mega 2. This one is 2,048 watt hours. And you can expand this by adding 4 additional batteries that plug right into it and raise the power up to over 10,000 watt hours of power. That makes this an excellent unit for your home because, for power outages. So you can add on batteries as you can afford them. We'll talk about the price here in a little bit. Also, just for RV use, I like it because it's of a size that's easy to pick up and move around into your vehicle, into your trailer, into your truck, whatever you want to do. This size is still easy to handle. When you go bigger than this, it takes 2 people to lift them. This one right here is about 45 pounds. I can put this into tight places in my trailer. In fact, the place where this goes is kind of in a tight place that I've got to kind of reach it down into, but I can handle this one just fine. But if I need more power, I can always get more batteries to plug into it. If you're using this in your home, you can put a battery transfer switch on your home electrical panel that hooks into your home electrical panel, so that if you have a power outage, all you got to do is flip that switch and this will feed directly into your 110 system at home. So wherever you've got something you want to plug in your home, you can just plug it into your wall outlet and you'll be running off of this and its batteries that you add on. That's really handy. Otherwise, you're running extension cords all over the place trying to hook your refrigerator and your freezer and things like that into this. So that makes it really convenient for home use, that and the fact that, of course, like I mentioned, you get over 10,000 watt hours of power. Each one of those additional batteries can be charged separately. You can plug them into the wall, or you can hook up solar to them and charge them, or they'll charge through this unit if you happen to have them all hooked up. Also, each one of those extra batteries has all of the DC outlets on it, from the cigarette lighter port over here to these USB ports over here, USB-A and USB-C. The extra batteries don't have the 110 on it, only the main unit has that. This is also a fast charge unit. If you plug it into the wall, it'll charge in 1.3 hours on the fast charge mode. If you hook up to 2,100 watts of solar at 15 amps, you can charge this in 1 hour. And if you charge it on solar and AC, it'll charge in 0.6 hours, so it charges super fast. And if you put both AC and solar into this, it'll take 3,700 watts of charging power. It has 2 rates of charging. Normally you would use just the standard charging rate, which is around 800 watts of power going in, and then you can choose fast charge, which will put 1,600 watts of power into it. It has a LiFePO4 battery in it, good to approximately 3,500 cycles down to 80%. So once you've used it for years to get 3,500 cycles on it, you still have 80% left. It'll go for years more. Of course, it's got a good battery management system in it that does protect it from overheating, overcharging, freezing temperatures. It keeps the battery safe. This also has an uninterrupted power source. So if you're using it for medical equipment, somebody in your home needs to be on special equipment. If the power goes out, this kicks in automatically and supplies power. Get a closer look at the features here. Here you've got your USB plugs. It's got the standard quick charge, and it's also got the two of the USB-C 100 watt ports over here. I like that a lot. We'll talk about this one in just a minute. It's got your AC outlets down here. These are rated at 20 amps up to 2500 watts. There's 4 of them here. Over here is a nice feature. This is a 30 amp RV plug on this side, so you can plug your RV right into this. Of course, that's going to feed all your regular 110 circuits and DC circuits in your RV right from here, if you happen to have 110. Up here is your cigarette lighter, and also 2 5.5 barrel plugs right here, which some equipment does use. This is rated at 10 amps. All these DC circuits are regulated on here, so they all put out a constant voltage. This is the feature that I like a lot. Not too many power stations have this. This is a 12-volt Anderson plug here, and from this, you can run this directly into your RV's 12-volt system, and it puts out 30 amps. That's 30 amps total for all of these, but if you've just got this plugged into your RV system, you got 30 amps available for running your lights, your overhead fan, your refrigerator. That's what I use it for, is those things. This, you run the wire directly to the positive and negative bus bars on your RV. Very handy feature. You would do that with an adapter, something like this. I bought this one. All the adapters are available on Amazon for your particular needs, because your hookups are going to be different than somebody else's. There's the Anderson that plugs right into here. Some people call this an SAE plug. And then this one happens to hook up to my system in my trailer. I can run this directly from this XT60 directly into my RV's 12-volt system. Maybe you have a different kind of connection that goes into your 12-volt system. You can get whatever you need. The other handy thing for me, though, is that my solar coming off my roof ends in an XT60 just like this. And that makes it so I can hook my solar directly into here, because also this is an Anderson plug over here for the solar. And now my solar panels go directly into this unit. There's also the power, the cord goes into here for charging off of AC, and this is the input here for solar. Down here is a reset button, a circuit breaker. On the other side of the unit here is where the extra batteries hook up. I mentioned that I bought this adapter off of Amazon, but this comes with a lot of adapters that you get that may just work for you. Let me show you what it comes with. It comes with the Anderson plug and MC4 connectors that'll hook to most solar panels. Comes with the Anderson plug to an 8mm barrel connector. A lot of solar panels have that. Has an Anderson plug to an Anderson plug. Comes with this one also, because some solar panels come with an Anderson plug on the end. And for charging it from your car, of course, it's got the cigarette lighter to the Anderson plug here. For charging it from a wall outlet, you'll notice there's no brick. The brick is included inside, so you're not carrying around a heavy charging brick. The charging bricks for a power unit this size generally tend to be pretty large, and this one's just built in. You just plug it in directly to the wall. That's not a bear in the woods over there, that's Linda. It's a pretty place to roam around and take a look at things. Hey, people that aren't familiar with these always kind of like to know, what will it run? Well, if you got something that's under 100 watts, for example, it'll charge a phone like 110 times or more. It'll run a CPAP for 45 hours or more, the average CPAP that draws about 40 watts. A laptop that draws 58 watts, it'll run it for 30 hours plus. You know, a light, a fan, things like that. If you got something that's more like over 100 watts, that would be like the average household refrigerator at 360 watts. It'll run it for over 5 hours. Microwave at 700 watts, that's 2.8 hours. hair dryer, toaster, washer. Well, it'll run a hair dryer or a toaster for 2.5 hours. It'll run a washing machine for over 5 hours. Just this without any batteries hooked up to it, just this unit here. If you got something that uses more than 1,000 watts, that would be like an electric grill at 1,150 watts. 1.7 hours plus a air conditioner at 1,800 watts. It'll run it for a little over an hour. An air fryer, 1.3 hours. Coffee maker, 1.8 hours, just to give you an idea. I ran some tests on this inside the trailer. Let's take a look at that. On any trip, there's so many things that we need charged on a regular basis. There's always something being charged up. Cell phones, camera batteries, microphone batteries, drone batteries, flashlight batteries. And beyond that, there's power tool batteries. I always have this drill with me when I go. Radio, two-way radios, GPS. There is always something plugged into a power station here with us when we travel. All day, every day, there's something being recharged. See, this plug comes from my trailer's 12-volt wiring. And all I need to do is hook these together. And then what that does is it would wire this OUPES here directly to the circuits on my, this is where that connector hooks up, is to the positive and the negative bus bars on here. And then it would run all the lights in my trailer, the overhead vent fan, my refrigerator. That all comes off of here. So that would be running directly off of the OUPES power unit here. Now, other than your 12-volt appliances and your 12-volt batteries and cell phones and all those things that you need to charge, let's see how it does with 110, the typical 110 items that you would find in our trailer anyway. Two things that we always run in the trailer would be the coffee pot maker and the induction cooktop over here. So let's run them together and just see how they do. I haven't had my afternoon's coffee, so looking forward to that. You can hear the cooling fan come on there. Okay, that's drawing 1,000 watts, the coffee pot. Let's turn this on, and we'll hit boil on it. Don't know if it'll handle that. There you go, now we're up to 2,160 watts. So we're boiling water on this side, making a cup of coffee on the other side. It's handling that just fine. So if I turn off the induction cooktop, you'll hear the fan reduce speed over here. It's pretty quiet if you're only drawing 1,000 watts out of it. Of course, if you are drawing a heavy load out of it, you're going to want that fan to be getting as much cooling through this unit as possible to keep those expensive batteries cooled down. Oh yeah. Another thing we use in the trailer once in a while, we keep it with us, is a small heater, electric heater. And so we'll see how that does with the hot plate and the heater. So I'm going to turn the heater on here on low. And see, it's drawn about 1,000 watts, 900 watts there. Feels good because the trailer's cold right now. Bring on the hot plate over here. Okay, right now I'm drawing 1,000 off of one and 1,200 off the other, so I'm up to 2,060. Turning the induction cooktop up, drawing 1,400 watts now, or it says it is, but I'm up to 2225, and kettle's boiling. I'm going to reach down and put the heater on high. Just out of curiosity here. And see there we're drawing between 1,500 and 1,600 watts. Oh, about 1,500 watts there. Turn the induction cooktop back on. Water's boiling. Ooh, now we're up to 2,500 watts. So this is rated for 2,500 watts, and we made it there. So one thing I like about power stations of this size is that it's about the max that one person can handle easily. Like for me to be able to put that down where it lives in that tight space down there. Much bigger than this, and they become hard to move around for one person. So after running those tests and after using this for the last 3 months, it does do everything they said it would do. By the way, the warranty on this is 36 months, 3 years. That's pretty good for the industry. One thing I wanted to go over in more detail was hooking up this Anderson plug to your RV circuit. Like I said, you can go directly from here to your positive and negative bus right in your van or your trailer or your motorhome. You can hook it right in. However, if you've got another battery, a house battery hooked up, then you're going to want to put in a battery selector switch so you can choose whether the RV is running off of this or running off the RV's built-in batteries. You want to be able to switch between one of the two. If you didn't do that and you just hook this directly to the your power bus, your positive negative bus on your RV, then if your battery or batteries in your RV were low, the power from this would be going directly to charge those batteries, and you don't want to do that. You want to be able to switch from one to the other. Calls for a real simple 3-position battery switch, which is available on Amazon for 20 bucks, 25 bucks, something like that. You would need to do that. Now this unit does have Bluetooth, but the app for Android isn't ready yet. It's not on the market yet. However, you don't need the Bluetooth. You can make all the adjustments right here using the buttons to set 50 hertz or 60 hertz or to adjust the charging level from 800 watts to the fast charge feature on this. You can all do that right here on the panel. And I'm sure that the Android app will be out pretty soon anyway, maybe by the time you see this video. However, the app for Apple is on the market already. Well, let's go over some prices. I've got them written down. Currently, as of March 8th of 2024, this one sells for $1,143. Extra batteries are $800 each. Check the discount code down below this video because there may be a discount for you from Gonagain. And also, these prices are really low if you compare this to other power stations on the market, especially for one of high quality like this one. I think I've covered everything on this. If you're looking for a power station for your RV or for your home for a backup power, I strongly suggest you look to the OUPES line. Like I mentioned, they're high quality and the price is right on these. Anyways, I hope this review helps you make an informed choice. We'll see you around.